Hey everyone, Nelson Industries. We're gonna have a little project today. We're gonna take this trailer right over here, add a mount on the front of it for a spare tire. I'm gonna be doing this with my brother. And the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to this trailer over here, and we're not only going to build a dry box mount on the front, we're also going to take this hitch and do a raised hitch mount as well. Obviously we're gonna need to build the mount a little bit higher up, beef it up, make it nice and strong. Everything will hopefully work out good. So we just made a plate which will hold the spare tire, which will then mount to the bar that we'll be welding to the front of the trailer right here. So we just got to buzz the back of these, just give them the tack, take the rim out, and then we'll be good to go. So that will be kind of sitting like that, and then that will be mounting on the front of the trailer like that. So that's it right there. And it kind of sits into the tire just like that, and we'll mount her up. Just have it tacked right now. I'll throw the tire on and see what happens. Now, oh, it's mint. It's beautiful.
Perfect.
All right, and now that we definitely over welded that, we are going to give it the final touch, which is the paint of life.
Professional.
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 Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. The paint of life. Moment of absolute truth.
50 kilometers.
Every 150 kilometers, retorque it. So job complete on the one trailer. Now we'll move on to the next one. All right, so the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to mount this dry box, because that will kind of determine where we end up mounting this jack. Because obviously with it being a pull and twist style, we need to be able to twist it up and out of the way. So once we figure out exactly where we're going to mount the dry box, then we can start building the raised mount. I have this piece of metal right here, which I'll probably end up using something like that. And I'll weld a couple of gussets in the back to give it a little bit of extra rigidity, because obviously it takes the weight of the trailer, and that can be quite heavy, especially when you have something like that on the back of it. But let's get to it. All right, so we got our plate hooked out for here to raise that plate up. And then we marked a little eyelet down right here. So now we just gotta clean all these up, buzz it all together, and then after it's on there, I can weld a gusset into the back of it to just give it some extra rigidity, and everything should be good. And safety parts. So, boy, that's not moving. That's finished product right there. That will sit on the trailer. Give us all the strength we need. Lots of resistance backwards like that. If it's a heavy load, should be good to go. So when you're welding from something that's about this 1/4 inch thick on something that's a lot thinner, which this trailer is, which is probably about 1/8 inch. I like to do something I call a dab and drag, is I start on the thick metal and just touch down onto the thinner metal, so that way you can kind of maintain an equal heat between both metals and get good penetration on both of them as well without burning through on the thinner metal. Make sense? Alright, and that's that. So if you're coming over here, you'll see that it was nice and convenient that we didn't need to drill any holes in the metal, but there was all holes through there. You always want to, when you're doing something like this where you want it to be strong, you fill those holes, because then not only does it give it tension around the edge, it gives it tension in the middle as well, so that there's less of a chance of the plate buckling on itself underneath the weld. Alright, so now that we're all done here, we just got to do one more thing, which is the ultimate test. Works for me.
Hope you all found that enjoyable and useful. Feel free to comment with any questions or suggestions. Also, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.